iPhone videos and getting them out there, it celebritizes you in a way that,
Yes.
people will start, I'll walk in my little community and I see the shoulders hits, like that's that guy, and
Right.
people love coming up and being like, wow, like I actually, I love seeing your stuff. It's pretty fun to watch. And it's all iPhone videos and it's just me and my kids having fun and kind of
Yeah.
highlighting a little ice cream joint or something.
Exactly.
But totally celebritizes yourself and it's really enjoyable that way.
There's such a huge need for that, and I feel like I'm waking up happy every single morning.
Yes.
Because now I'm doing what I love to do and I don't have to sell anything to anyone, and people are calling me saying, do you have a coaching program? Which oddly enough I don't yet, but I'm developing the Tribe Agent, which will come out soon. But that goes back to, not once did I sell anybody, it's all value marketing driven.
If you go and watch Sebastian's videos, he's now doing daily tons of videos, really good editing. It's overwhelming. I do a lot of videos, but it's overwhelming for me. I'd like to get there.
Yep.
Take it back. Like, let's give these people something like, okay, tomorrow this is what you're going to do.
Okay, so the first thing that I have to let you know is when you watch my videos, and I'm pumping out daily content for a certain amount of days. I'm not going to tell you how many because it's a personal challenge I have for myself.
Yep.
First thing you're going to do when you watch my videos is say, I can't do that. I am overwhelmed. Where do I even start? The production quality, the camera, the angle, I can't do that. So the one thing I have to let you know up front before you should do is never try to be like anybody else. You can look to other people as inspiration, but you can never be that person. I look up to Gary Vee for inspiration. I can never be Gary Vee. I look to Tony Robbins. I can never be Tony Robbins. And it took me a long time to get that through my head. I can only be me. So finally, I'm letting myself free. I'm turning on the camera and I'm just me with no filter. I don't give a crap what people think. And it's very freeing. But when you look at my videos, you're going to say, what camera are you shooting with? What editing software are you using? And you're going to put roadblocks in front of yourself that technically should not be there. The reason the quality of my videos are what they are is because nobody knows I used to shoot and edit weddings for 5 years. I don't talk about that. It's only that production because it was years of trial and error and build up. It was building up that skill that never happens overnight. So what you have to do as an agent, when you watch my videos today, pick up the phone, you hit stop on whatever video you're on, you pick up the phone and you just hit the record button, start talking, and hit the stop button. No editing necessary. Go back to the basics of shooting video. Record, stop. It's that easy.
Yeah, because I remember I fell in love with videos and I wanted the best camera and I wanted a drone and I wanted...
Right.
And I remember a guy, I'm going to get him on the pod. He's like, no, like your cell phone takes the best videos. Learn how to use that.
Yes.
And once, you get some ROI on that, move up. But I fell in love. I'm over a year. I still only use an iPhone because I always have it. I've learned how to use it. We'd like to step up a little bit, but why? It's working so well. So
when you focus on the equipment, you stop focusing on your business. First of all, you're not going to have just the one challenge of what to say. You're going to have a second challenge that you have to overcome before you get to the what to say. And that is, how do I figure out how to use this darn equipment? Now I have to take classes, go on YouTube. How do I use my new shiny $3,000 camera, my $500 software? Oh, what computer do I need? Is it fast enough? You're putting roadblocks in front of yourself that you really shouldn't be there. A cell phone's a cell phone. It's got one button. It's red. It's right there. You hit record. Don't worry about trying to be perfect because we've got this image in our head that before we start creating content, we've got to know what to say, what topics do I talk about. If you look at any of the big, the only way I can say it is YouTube vloggers. It doesn't really apply to the real estate business, but I have to use this as an example because not too many people are doing it in the real estate business. Don't create, document. Meaning, if you just document what you do every day, if you're going on an appointment, pick up the phone and hit record, you go back to the car, you do a quick 30-second recap of what you just did. If you're running out to the grocery store between appointments, hit record, show people what's in your shopping buggy. It eliminates the 90+% of frustration, which is what content do I create? Well, don't create it. Just document what you're already doing. You're already on this earth living and breathing. Just hit record and record yourself doing that.
And because you try and script something out, and Trevor was on the last podcast, talked about that. We all did it. We sat square and we tried reading our scripts. Just awful. And then you do one with your kids and you laugh and the camera's shaking and all that. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, that's the funniest. Like, okay,
yes.
So this doesn't matter as much as just like fun content, good content.
And that's the stuff that will go viral. And you're scratching your head going, what happened? I was so bored that day. I was tired as hell. I had 2 hours sleep the night before. I just shot something quick for the sake of shooting it. And that's what catches? How does that even happen?
Yeah, totally.
It's because you were yourself and you weren't putting on a suit and be, like you said, square shoulders.
Do you remember, and it could have been a while back, whatever, like your best video you did, even with a cell phone that got like the best engagement, most shares?
The best video, oh my goodness. Yes.
You do a ton. This is a tough one.
Yeah. This was like the crappiest cell phone video you can ever do. There was a new home builder that came into our town. They bought up this massive piece of land and everybody knew who the builder was. I'm not going to share it here because it's kind of irrelevant. I want to say, oh my goodness, probably over 1,000 people. They were camping out overnight in the freezing cold to be one of the first people to go there to this construction site. So next morning when they opened the doors, I grabbed my cell phone, I walked up to the site, and people were so pissed off because the prices were so high, they were outrageous. I just documented people being pissed off. I was there with my brother. I picked up my cell phone. I did like one of these selfies, and I said, hey, I'm standing here at this site. People are throwing away their price bills. I can see people are like getting into their cars. They're all pissed off. They're all going home. And it was probably under a minute video. Thousands and thousands of views. And they attached me now to real estate. That was the strategic part. People literally thought I worked for that company after a while. About 3 days into them selling homes, when things died down, I walked into the construction site and the sales guy was there. I knew him. He looked at me and he said, Sebastian, people think you work here. Everybody's asking about you and everybody's looking for you.
You're like...
I think in a matter of a weekend, I literally added 1,000 people to my database, my relationship database.
Yeah, one simple cell phone video.
One simple cell phone video, people started reaching me out for real estate advice. You're going to have a lot of great people on your podcast, and I can see great things in your future, 100%.
Thank you, man. Well, it started with the good ones, so keep it rolling. Okay, well, have an awesome day, my man.
Thanks so much. You too. You guys want to see something? I don't know if I should be like ashamed to show you this, guys, or proud of it. It's just maybe now I know why I don't sleep. There's something not right about this. Actually, this one's warm. It's still full. This one's pretty much empty. This one's cold. It was this morning's. This one's lukewarm. My daughter actually bought this for me. Isn't that nice? Aww. I know, right? This one's cold. My wife says she just bought it. Oh, I know what it was. She bought it for me before I started shooting the podcast, and it's been sitting outside my office door because my wife didn't want to interrupt, and now it's cold. Do you think it's weird that I drink cold coffee? Not iced coffee where like they make it like that and I enjoy it. Oh man, I didn't see this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anyone else out there have a coffee problem besides me? So something interesting from that podcast, and I figure since it's on my mind, I'll kind of share with you. So one of the things that we spoke about on the podcast was how do you create content? And I know that it's a challenge out there because we all look to everybody else and we start questioning what equipment they're using. And of course, the one thing that I don't share and I've never spoken about is I actually used to record and edit videos for years. So that's why I use the equipment that I do. And I would never recommend getting a higher end camera or a higher end computer or higher end editing software to do what I do. The reason I do that is because that's my style. I've built up my skill level to know how to use that equipment. But the only thing you genuinely need is this. But that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is the easiest way to create content is to document. I've spoken about that already in a previous video. But for all those of you that are only watching this video and you haven't seen my previous ones, document with your cell phone. Don't worry about the fancy schmancy equipment. You simply don't need it. So when you see somebody like myself using these higher end gadgets, I'm doing it for myself because it makes me feel better. It doesn't change the message. Imagine if I recorded exactly that, but on my phone. The words coming out of my mouth don't change. The message...
Get lyrics for songs.
This is the second time that I'm shooting a vlog and Siri's interrupting me. Back to my point. Document what you're doing on a daily basis. Don't think too much of what you're going to create. This morning, for example, I had a choice. I can create a piece of content or I could document what I'm doing. It's much easier to document. Now, I have some ideas of topics that I am actually creating, and that's great. It's always a good idea to have topics and you actually create the content because now you're giving value, you're giving people information. And the easiest way of doing that is to pick up your phone and just to hit record. When you're on your way to an appointment, stop for 30 seconds, talking to the camera, talking to the phone. Say, hey, I'm on my way appointment. This is what I'm doing. Then you hit stop. You get to the appointment, you hit record. I'm in front of the house, you hit stop. You go into the appointment, maybe don't shoot the appointment, but then you get back out of the appointment, you can record. You're on your way between appointments. Perhaps you need to stop off at the grocery store. You pull out your phone. Does it make sense? Just document what you're doing, put that into a very quick 5 to 10 minute video, because now people get to see you. They get to see the genuine, true you without the real estate hat on. That is much more powerful than, so hi, I'm a real estate agent and I'm gonna show you how I'm your best choice. I can not only sell your home, but I will do it at a higher price. I will sell it quicker and, what was that third? Quicker, for more money, with the least amount of inconvenience. Something like that. Don't be that guy or that girl. That video is gonna go nowhere. Be the person that's genuinely interested in helping somebody and just show them who you are. Are you understanding me? You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, exactly. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Oh, by the way, go back and watch yesterday's vlog. It's not even real estate related, but I think this goes back to exactly what we spoke about in this video. Document, don't create. Because I knew I was going skiing yesterday. And so I knew I was not going to get an opportunity to sit down with the video camera just like this and create real estate specific content that could help you become the digital mayor. But that was okay. I didn't sweat it. I didn't stress about it because I know the name of the game is to document. So I just documented our day. The ending is kind of painful to watch on that video. We were going to stay until 10 p.m. but we had to stop just after 7, unfortunately. If you want to see what happened, go check it out. I was up until 4 a.m. last night editing that video. So if nothing else, just like get me some views. Make me feel better about myself. Hey, can you like hit play or something? I need more views. By the way, it's not about the views. Don't worry about your video having 3 views or 5 views. That's not what's important. Think I'll end my vlog here. Make me feel better and subscribe to my channel. Or not, like, whatever. Do what you want. See all these YouTubers like, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel. So I'm just seeing if it works. So like, you know what, forget it. Don't even subscribe.